Good luck.
Hi guys, it's Rachel. How you doing? I hope you're well tonight. I am here with Fiona Thomas of FionaLikesToBlog.com. Fiona is a mental health blogger, and she's also my friend because we have been friends we have known each other since we were kids. I don't know what age you were, Fee, but I think, yeah. I've seen some home movies of me recently, like, and you're at my party, and you must be like down here somewhere with your wee bowl cut.
Yeah. Well, I think I moved to that street when I was like 6 months, so probably from then on.
Really? So yeah. I've known Fiona for a long time, and I'm just going to share the video into a few of my groups so that nobody misses it before we get started. So basically tonight is just a follow-on from last night. I am planning to go live most nights this week. I'm not going to say every night this week because that stresses me out. But most nights this week to talk about different subjects in relation to mental health for Mental Health Awareness Week. So last night I spoke about a little bit about my background, and tonight Fiona has agreed to come on and talk to me about what she does, how she got to where she is, and also to talk a little bit about mental health in relation to body image. Because for those of you that don't know, I run a business that focuses on helping women to increase their body confidence or get their body confidence back or actually gain body confidence that they maybe have never had. And I think mental health kind of comes into that a lot. So Fiona's going to talk to us about that tonight. So first of all, Fee, who are you? What do you do?
So my name is Fiona. I have my own blog. It's called FionaLikesToBlog.com. I chose that name ages ago and now I'm stuck with it, so I should probably consider changing it, but at the moment it's Fiona Likes to Blog. And I started blogging about 5 years ago when I was off work due to mental illness. And I was off work for about 3 months, and then I ended up quitting my job because I couldn't go back due to stress. So for about a year I was unfit for work, and during that time I just started a blog because I needed something to do, basically. During that time I got into fitness. I used to go to your MetaFit classes.
That's right, yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
So yeah, I got into fitness and eating healthily, and like, because I wasn't working, I think I had so much time to focus on that aspect of my life that I really, really got into it. So when I started blogging, I wrote a lot about health and fitness. That was my kind of niche, if you will. So I'd put up recipes, my workouts, like I even wrote tips on how to lose weight, which makes me cringe so much right now. How to cut carbs and stuff like that. I used to write about all
that as well.
Yeah, how to like stop snacking, all this rubbish stuff. So yeah, I used to write about that, and then as time has gone on and I've got back to work, I kind of branched out and started writing more personal kind of topics, and the engagement that I've had from that, as in like response from readers, just like spurred me on to keep writing more and more and more. And I was like, I've just got to keep writing about mental health. So that's what I've been doing pretty much solidly for the past year. Every post that I write is in some way, shape or form about mental health.
So yeah. So that's your full time, like that's what you do full time now, isn't it? You do guest blogging and you also work part time.
I work part time in a sandwich shop. So I used to live in Glasgow but moved to Birmingham in July last year, and found a part time job. So I work every single day, but it's just part time hours, and then the rest of the time I write sponsor posts for my own blog, and then I write some like kind of ghostwriting for other websites where my name's not published, but I do some writing for them. Yeah, and I get sent products to write about and stuff, so it's good.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it is. So I know you and I both have spoken about, we've spoken about our mental health problems, our mental illness together. Yeah. I think at some point, or it's before being me going, oh, I just had such a shit day. I just need to tell someone that understands. But I know we've already spoken about this offline. But would you mind talking a bit about your journey and what mental health problems that you came up against, and maybe where they came from, or and that kind of thing?
So I think, like, originally I was diagnosed with anxiety, and then a week later they'd given me beta blockers, and I went back a week later and my symptoms were like much, much worse. And that's when I got diagnosed with depression. I think it was brought on, I would say, by stress, work-related stress. But most people say that depression comes from a lot of factors, combining factors. Normally, like, you're genetically predisposed to have it, and then if environmental factors or like social factors kind of play into it as well, then it's like it's just a combination of things, and you can't always pinpoint what it is, and you don't necessarily need to pinpoint what it is to get better, in my opinion. Some people like to dig around and get to the root of the problem, but it doesn't. I've never found the one cause of my depression. There was a death in my family. I moved house. I moved from living in city centre to living out in the kind of suburbs, like in Bothwell, and then I used to travel into town to work. At work, I had the most responsibility I'd ever had in my career. I was like 25 and I was managing a department. And then within 6 months, my colleague left and my boss left. So I took on managing 2 departments, basically. So all those things kind of combined into like just a hot mess, basically. And the tipping point for me, like when I knew something was up, was I was learning to drive at the time. I still can't drive. I was learning to drive at the time, and I was on like my 15th or 16th lesson. I was like quite far in, and I drove on the wrong side of the road. And my instructor was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, what was going on? And he's like, "Pull over right now." And luckily, it was like my instructor was a friend of the family, and I was like, I think I was like cool as a cucumber as well. I was like, I don't know. Like, I just don't know what is happening. My brain just could not handle all the information that was going into it. So yeah, that was me. I had to start from scratch to basically, my brain had gone into overload. There was just an overload of information. So I had to go back to square one and just kind of relearn how to be like a normal person again, and how to cope with stressful situations. And when I had depression, because I couldn't work, I just found it really difficult. Like, I felt like I lost my whole identity when I lost my job. Not that it was a job I particularly enjoyed, but it was a job that I felt I could kind of be proud to say, like, this is my job title, this is the company I work for, I'm an adult, like, take me seriously, kind of thing. So yeah, when I didn't have that, I just felt like, when I went out to meet people and they were like, so what do you do? And I was like, at that point, I couldn't say I had depression. Like, I just couldn't say those words out loud to someone. And that then turned into social anxiety, because then I was really anxious about being out and having to have conversations with people, because I felt like I didn't have a job, so I didn't have anything to talk about. I didn't contribute anything to society. Like, I was worthless, nothing worth talking about. So that's when depression and anxiety like went hand in hand. It was like a whole other situation to deal with. So I think around that time, I started going to the gym just before I went off sick, and then when I went off, I had all this spare time. I went to loads of Keep Fit classes, and I started to see my body change, and then I thought, I wonder what would happen if I like dieted as well, because I had dieted up until that point but never really seen huge changes. So I did those two things together, and because I had nothing else to focus on, focused a lot of my day went into meal prepping, exercising, counting calories, and I think that was just a form of control for me.
Right.
And I thought, well, if I don't have the job and I don't have that identity, at least I can like make myself look the way I think I should look.
Mm-hmm.
So.
When did that start for you then? Like, did you have like you said you had a background of dieting before that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I dieted since I was like 16. Because, and not to blame anyone's mothers, but like I think everyone our age, like all our mums were on diets.
Yeah.
So my mum used to do Weight Watchers, so I knew what Weight Watchers was from when I was like 14 or 15. And then when I went to uni when I was 17, I put on a lot of weight in first year because basically I drank cider as all food.
University diet.
So after the first year I was like, oh, I've put on, like, I knew I was a bit heavy before then, but I was like, well, I've put on quite a lot of weight. So my now husband introduced me to the Atkins diet, which was the diet that he had done to lose loads of weight. So from that moment on, like, we did the Atkins together for about a year, and I lost a lot of weight on that. And I think anyone who's ever been on a crash diet, like, it is when the results are so instant, it's so addictive. It's just so addictive when you see yourself lose like 10 pounds in 10 days. It's just like that instant gratification of like, if I do this really harsh diet for a week or 2 weeks, like, but obviously it never stays off.
No.
So I was 18, I think, then, and I'm 30 now, and this is the first year of my life I would say that I've not been on a diet.
I know I've been watching a lot of your social media things, and it's really refreshing to see someone that blogs about health, mental health, and blogs about, I mean, you still do the odd blog on, you know, and you guest blogged for me, didn't you, on fitness stuff, food stuff and things, and it's so nice to see someone blogging and writing and talking on social media about just eating food. Yeah. Like, it's so nice because nowadays it's all about, like, it's almost like, I was talking last night about stress being a badge of honour. And I think in the dieting industry and in the body image industry that I'm a part of, being on a diet of some sort is almost like walking around with a little badge going, I am worthy because I am on a diet. Yeah. All my if you're the one that's not on a diet, it's like you're the weirdo because you're not on a diet. Whereas, like, you should be on a diet if you want to be normal. Yeah. Or you want to be thin. And I think for a lot of women, I mean, I know we're talking about mental health, and it's not so much a mental health problem, but it is up here that we believe that we can only be worth something if we weigh a certain amount, or if we look a certain way, or if we don't join in the staff room at lunchtime when everybody's talking about how many sins their yogurt has, or like we feel under pressure to be on a diet. And I think that's, I mean, for me, last night I spoke about my anxiety in relation to my health, but like you, I've never dieted purposely to actually lose weight, but I have dieted to look a certain way because of, you know, social trends and trends in the fitness industry and the industry that I'm in, for an instructor or a trainer or coach to look a certain way. And for me, I got to the point in 2014 where I restricted myself so much with food that I ended up binging on food. And I never ever like gave food a second thought. Honestly, like, food to me, I ate when I was hungry. I didn't eat when I wasn't hungry until about 2000. Well, and to be honest, until I got into the fitness industry, and was made to feel like I need to look a certain way if I want to be a fitness instructor. So that's when it all started for me. And
still, actually, can I just say, sometimes the best fitness instructors are the ones who just look regular. Don't look expo.
Oh, totally.
They're inspirational most of the time.
And God, yeah, and social media for me was massive. And I think social media for me was the driving force behind what happened to me with my binge eating habits that still to this day battle with, as a result of trying to look a certain way. Yeah. And that's how it was for me. Like, I thought I had to have like a low body fat percentage. I thought I would be happy if I had a smaller arse, if I had abs. I thought that was going to make me happy, and actually the process of getting that made me extremely unhappy. Yeah. And has left me with issues with foods that I would never have had I not looked at someone on Instagram and thought, I want to look like that. Yeah. And I know what to do to look like that, and it's not fun.
Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of people just think, well, if I can just get to that point, if I can get to the place where I look how I want, then I'll deal with what comes with it after that. You know, when we'll deal with that when it happens. As long as you know, I'll do whatever it takes to get to that point. But what people don't realise is the thing that you've done up to that point isn't sustainable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For most people, I got to my Scottish Slimmers goal weight of 10 stone. It was supposed to be 10 stone 7. I actually got below. I got to 10 stone 5.
Mm-hmm.
And that was exactly a year before my wedding day. So I was like ahead of schedule, and I was like, I just have to keep this off. Couldn't keep it off. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. Like, I was eating basically vegetables because vegetables are free. Like, there's no checks or no points. So eating like vegetables all day just so that I could have like some rice and some chicken at night time, and then saving 10. You know, you get 40 checks a day, saving a quarter of that so that I can have a bar of chocolate.
Yeah. And what sort of mindset does that put you in?
Exactly, because and this doesn't mean it happens for everyone, but for me, when I was given like, you can eat anything that you want, then of course I was going to assign a portion of that to like treat foods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and that wasn't a good idea, because then I hoarded all my points and used them for the wrong foods. But even if I hadn't done that, I still would have been under-eating massively.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I put a stone on after that before. I was like a stone heavier when I got married. And then the day I got married, I pretty much stopped dieting. I was like...
You know, I was actually... That was my next question. My next question was going to be, was there a specific moment, or was there something that triggered your, right, that enough is enough?
I think
enough dieting, and I'm going to change the way I look at things.
I think I hadn't really noticed, but like, yeah, when I got married, there was no goal ahead of me.
Right.
No, like, time, you have to be a certain weight for this, you have to look a certain way for that. This was just the start of my future. So I just didn't really think about it. And then, so I had read about intuitive eating, which I'm sure you know about, which is like, eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full. I'd read about that a few years previously, so then I started trying to do that. I gained some weight by doing that, which does happen. And then about 6 months after that is when we moved to Birmingham. And I think that just gave me, first of all, I was so nervous about moving to Birmingham because obviously of my mental health issues. I was so scared of the anxiety of being in a new city and having to find a new job and having to make new friends. And I think when I did it and I realised it wasn't that scary, I was just like, why am I doing this? Like, and I think being in, maybe you can identify, being in a city where nobody knows you, I just felt like I can just do what I want. Like, if I put on a stone now, like, nobody's, like, it's not like I'm seeing people that have seen me when I was thinner. I'm just seeing, people are just seeing me how I am now.
Yeah.
So I just thought, like, you know what, there's too much other stuff to worry about on top of this, that I can't live the rest of my life on a diet. I just can't. It takes up too much of my brain space. You know, willpower isn't infinite. Like, I can't spend all my brain power being on a diet, because I want to keep blogging. I want to just live a relaxed, normal life where I'm not constantly worried about what I'm eating, where I'm eating, how many carbs I'm eating, whether it's low fat. Like, I thought I just need to relax. So I'd say, yeah, that was, and it wasn't what I intended to do, but it's just kind of what happened.
Yeah, I think that's great. I honestly think it's really refreshing to speak to someone that doesn't want to diet in any way. And you eat some amazing food.
Yeah, and there's nothing, I don't think there's anything, I don't want to say that all dieting is wrong, like, because it's okay to look at your body and know that you can improve it. But I think you should do it in small changes, small tweaks, and things that are improving your life, like, more than they're making your life more difficult or or like just not as fulfilled.
Yeah,
I think it's about finding a balance.
So my next question is quite a weird question, I think, actually. I don't even know whether it's something we've maybe already covered. But when I speak about body image, so possibly looking in the mirror and maybe seeing something that you're not happy with, do you think that can cause mental health, ill mental health, or do you think that ill mental health can be the cause of the start of body image problems?
It's hard to say, because I only know what's happened to me. I've never been diagnosed with an eating disorder, and I just know that for me, probably I always had a slightly negative body image, because I was always overweight. I know I wasn't like bullied, and nobody really called me fat or anything, but I always struggled to find clothes when I was a teenager. Do you remember Tammy Girl?
Oh yeah.
So even when I was like at primary school, I was always, they only went up to age 12. So I was always age 12, even when I was like 8 or 9 or 10. And I remember, like, I had to shop, and then remember Tammy Girl, like the adult section was Etam.
Yes.
I had to shop at Etam from like P7 basically. So I always in the back of my mind, I was like, like, I'm obviously bigger than like the rest of the girls. So I think I always had that in the back of my mind. And I think
about like nowadays is for females, for young girls growing up, like what it must be like nowadays, like how different it must be with. Like you're speaking of your experience when we were kids, and when we were kids, like things like iPads and iPhones and Facebook and Instagram didn't exist. So what we saw was on TV, and nowadays I think, God, it must be so much harder, like to be bombarded with all these images of what the ideal female should look like and what size they should be at what age.
Yeah, because when we were younger, probably the most out there kind of body shape was like Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
Just had a boob job.
Mm-hmm.
And whereas now when you look at like people like the Kardashians who don't look at all like how they looked a few years ago, that everyone can do what they want to their body, but I think when they're being those kind of people are being exposed to such vulnerable aged young girls, it's got to warp their sense of what a body should look like. And they're not of an age to make a decision about that at that point, whereas they're kind of being told, well, this is what you should look like. You can get what you want if you don't eat or you get plastic surgery, and then you can be famous.
Yeah.
I find quite sad, and just it does worry me that so many young girls are going out and getting plastic surgery and lip fillers and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of at the drop of a hat. I think that's what worries me the most. Like, you can get it if you thought about it long and hard. But I think the fact that people are going out and doing these things so quickly and not when their bodies haven't even fully developed yet.
No, it freaks me out. It worries me so much. Like with my wee niece growing up in this day and age, I think, oh God, like what is she going to have to endure when it comes to like when she gets to that age? And I actually do think about that quite a lot.
Yeah, I bet you do. That's why it's good to have someone like you around to talk to them the truth.
Yeah. So, a couple more questions and we can, it's nearly half time already. What do you think women can do to increase, like if someone's listened to you talk just now about what you have gone through and where you are now, so you used to diet, you used to think that you weren't worthy because you weren't a certain size, you went through body image issues as a child and that you can still remember and talk about today. But you've got to a point where you don't diet anymore, you don't have enough headspace to think about it anymore. And I guarantee there's at least one person watching thinking, oh, I just wish that I could do that. That I could get to that point of peace where when I wake up in the morning, the first thing that's in my head is, oh, what am I going to have for breakfast, rather than, oh, I better go and stand in the scales and see what kind of person I am today. So if someone could like make steps to get to that point, where would be the best place to start?
I think one of the best things I did a long time ago was throw away my scale. And I know everyone says that, and then they probably secretly don't do it. My scales were actually broken, so I was like, I'll just get rid of them. That's that. Because I used to weigh myself like 2 or 3 times a day until I got the answer that I wanted. So yeah, I've thrown away my scale. If I really want to know my weight, like when I did your transform, what was it called?
Transform 21.
Yeah. I was like, I don't have any scales. I'm going to have to go use the gym scales. Yeah, if I want to weigh myself, like I'll go and use like a paid for scale. So then, I'm not going to do that 3 times because I'm not going to pay £3.
No.
Do it, once in a while to keep yourself in check, just to see where you're at. Also, I didn't just wake up one day and feel great. I still have days where I hate myself and hate the way I look. But you've just got to commit to the process and accept that there will be days where you still feel terrible, but hopefully those days become less and the time between those days becomes greater. And I found it very helpful to talk online, on Twitter, and when I'm blogging, and even talk to people I know that have negative body image, and I tell them the kind of things that I want to hear, even if I don't necessarily believe them about myself. I'll keep telling people, you don't need to diet, You look great the way you are. I wish I had your X, Y, and Z. You've got great hair. You've got a great dress sense. And even forgetting about how you look, you're clever. You're the nicest person I know. You're really good at organising parties. You're so reliable. Like I think it was Stephen Fry that said something like, the body is just a vessel for the brain. And I'm like, absolutely. Like, even if you look 10 out of 10, great abs, great butt, if you're a horrible person, then that's what people are going to know you for. So I just always think, if everybody was blind, how different the world would be, because that's just one very small aspect of your personality, and the things that you say and the actions you take and how you treat people, that's who you are. What you look like is just a nice little accessory.
Yeah. You have absolutely nailed that. That is one of the best things I've heard anyone say.
Yeah. And it's those things, yeah, you just don't. There's sometimes when I catch myself being like, having a little strop that I don't have anything to wear, and I'm like, calm the beans, like, just calm it. There's no need for this. And when you're lying on your deathbed, are you going to say, oh, I wish I'd gone on more diets? Of course you're not. You're just going to say, like, I wish I had, been nicer to people. I wish I'd told those people I loved them. I wish I'd gone out and done that thing I was scared to do. Like, that's the things that are more important. So try and remember that. And I also, when I'm walking down the street, or because I work in a sandwich shop, I see like a high volume of people coming in and out, and I always see people who are all shapes and sizes, and I always just see them as nice. Like, there's a lot of women that come into my work that are size 14, 16, 18, 20. And I always think to myself, like, oh, I love her t-shirt, I love her hair, that's a nice necklace she's got on, she's really friendly. Like, so don't think that you're walking down the street and everyone's looking at you thinking you're horrendous. Because nobody is.
No.
90% of people are actually really nice. So most people, and how many times you see someone with like nice hair or a nice jacket, it's like, just say that to them as well.
Oh yeah, it's something that I do now unconsciously, and it's one thing that I learned a few years ago was being positive, being able to be positive with yourself can sometimes be easier to begin with, to be positive about other people.
Yeah.
So to be able to start complimenting yourself is one of the things that I teach on T21 and also to my clients, is to stand in front of a mirror and actually say something positive about yourself.
Yeah.
And every single person that has gone through my T21 course has frozen solid at that. Like,
yeah.
I remember the last time I said anything nice about myself. And have found it really difficult. But if I said to them, right, turn to your best friend or phone them just now and tell them 5 things that you think are really, really brilliant about them.
Yeah.
2 seconds, boom, done.
Yeah.
So if you find it easier to compliment other people, then start with complimenting other people.
Yeah.
And then allow that positivity to start rubbing off on yourself. And sometimes I get to the point where I'm at the point now where I can look in the mirror and go, do you know what? It's actually not too bad.
Yep.
But before every time I woke up in the morning, I would go and stand in front of the mirror and go, like, pick at bits. And, like, I've got this wrinkly bit in the back of my left leg. I think my left arse cheek is bigger than my right one. And I swear to God, this really, really messed with my head, because every morning I would check to see if it was still there. No joke.
Rubbing cream on that one wee bit.
Oh yeah, anti-cellulite cream, the whole lot. And in the grand scheme of things, I think, who's going to see that wrinkly bit at the back of my arse cheek?
Exactly.
Like, and my whole life, that consumed me for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And now I don't care. Like, I will wear short shorts, and if you can see my wrinkly arse cheek, I don't care, because I can squat 75 kilos.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's just so much more to life than looking in the mirror and hating what you see. So start with complimenting other people.
Yeah.
It becomes subconscious now. Sometimes I'm like standing in the queue at Sainsbury's and go, "Oh my God, that jacket is gorgeous. Where did you get it?" And people are surprised.
I know.
I don't know how to take a compliment anymore. Like, oh, I got it in Primark. It was only £8 in the sale.
I know. Oh, don't look at me. Oh, I'm busy.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
The other thing that you can do that's quite like instant is to unfollow all the people on Instagram that make you feel crap about yourself, and actively follow people that make you feel good about yourself. So I did that about 6 or 8 months ago, and that has made such a difference, because you don't realise how subconsciously when you scroll through Instagram, you're just seeing all these images that make you feel bad about yourself. Whereas I was looking at them going, oh, motivation, but realistically, my body is not capable of abs. I just don't, I mean, it's capable, I could get there, but maybe for like one day, and then I'd have to eat again.
Yeah.
And it would take like a year to get to that point. I just think like that, so that's unrealistic motivation. Whereas now I follow people who are more my kind of shape, so like pear-shaped ladies who confidently wear underwear, model like lingerie or swimwear, and they just, to me, that's like, well, oh, she's my size, she looks confident, I can be like that too if I just keep trying. And I feel like that's kind of surround me with people similar to me, so then of course I feel more accepted.
That's a great piece of advice.
And now I have actually gone back and followed some of the people I used to follow, and now I can appreciate their bodies for what they are, but also the whatever else I was following them for. So if they're a blogger, or if they're a fitness kind of personality.
I think that's brilliant. I actually deleted Instagram at the end of last year.
Back in.
But I just couldn't cope without it, so.
Sure. You're running online business, so I don't think that was like a good
idea. Kept going on how good Instagram was for business. I was like, oh, okay then. I think we've had a really, really good conversation tonight. I've really enjoyed it as well. And I've got to know you a wee bit better now.
Yep.
The latest version of me.
2.0.
Yeah.
Not quite a bowl cut anymore, but
no, I know. Do you know, I was watching a home video and you were in it the other day, when I was last at my mum's, and I thought I really need to screenshot that and send it to you, because you're just so cute in it.
My mum and dad never had a video camera, and you obviously must have captured loads. So you
know what my dad was like with a camera, for God's sake. My entire life is documented on VHS. So where can people find you if they want to follow you on social media?
So I'm on, my blog is FionaLikesToBlog.com. I'm on Facebook as Fiona Likes to Blog. I'm on Instagram as Fiona Likes to Blog. And my Twitter is Beefy Reed, annoyingly, but if you search Fiona Likes to Blog, I will pop up. And yeah, and Instagram's the best place to find me for video, because I do Insta stories every day. And that's the kind of behind the scenes, me talking about how I'm feeling and trying to be positive about mental health and body image and stuff like that. So
your Instagram is Fiona Likes to Blog as well.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that on the screen. So if you want to follow
Likes the blog.
Oh, likes. Hold on. That's it. Wait till I fix it. I highly recommend that you go and follow Fiona, because her content on her website is absolutely incredible. I know I've shared a lot of her writing, and you've actually written blogs for me as well, on my website, which I'm very grateful for as well. So we'll go and give the follow on social media, and if you've enjoyed the video and the interview tonight, it'd be really great if you could share that for us on your Facebook feed. Tag anyone that you would like to be able to listen, and if you have any questions for either of us, just pop them in the comments and one of us will get back to you at some point once we've had some dinner. Yeah. Alright, thanks very much, Fiona, and I will speak to you later. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow night. Take care.
Bye.